12th grade administrator, Mr. Harrison, 11th grade administrator, Miss Manny, ninth grade administrator, and Miss Bryant, 10th grade administrator. So again, welcome, welcome, welcome. We also have our professional, the dynamic professional school counselors. We have Miss Mann for ninth grade, Miss Green for 10th grade, Miss Curtin for 12th grade, and Miss Jones as our 11th grade counselor. Again, your counselors are here for any concerns that you may have, both academic, social, and emotional. Please reach out to them.
Thank you, Dr. McGuire. Students, we also want to remind you of all of the wonderful support staff we have here in the building. Once again, we have lots of people who are here to assist you. I just want to remind you of our people personnel worker. Her name is Miss Newton. I have her email address here listed for you, and she also is here to support you with anything that you need, social, emotional. If you need anything, just go ahead and reach out to her. She is here to support you. She is also located in the counseling suite on the first floor. In addition, I would like to remind you of our phenomenal IT specialist, Mr. Claiborne, and our phenomenal media specialist, Mrs. Carmichael. So they are both located in the library or media center. Again, they assist with school max, any technology issues you have, email, password. You can also see them for your printing needs, as well as any resources that you might need as well. So if you ever have any issues with your computer or your password, please reach out to Mr. Claiborne and Ms. Carmichael. They are very responsive and they will assist you as soon as they can. Last but not least, we have an amazing security team here at Gwynn Park High School. And they play a very pivotal role in making sure that our school is safe and secure. They are very friendly, and they are here for you, anything that you need. So we have 2 security officers per floor, starting with Sergeant Crump on the first floor, as well as Officer Brown on the first floor. On the second floor, we have Officer Robinson and Officer Bird. So you will see them in the building, helping to secure the building. But should you need anything, please walk up to them, and they are here to support you. Okay, just a few things, a few reminders of some of the things that our ICs, our Sergeant Crump and Officer Robinson, things that they help us with. Bullying and harassment. So should you ever feel that you're being bullied or harassed, there is an online form that you can complete, and they will then conduct an investigation to look into your issue. They also follow up on inappropriate use of technology, so please make sure you are using technology appropriately. Any drugs or weapons that are found on campus, they will be following up with that. Also, all level 4 or 5 violations of the student code of conduct. So you will hear more about those level 4 or 5 infractions. But once again, we are here to help you. So should you need anything, please reach out to Officer Crump or Officer Robinson as soon as possible.
Thank
Okay,
you, Ms.
so
Bryant, for speaking.
I'm sorry, Miss Manny. Go ahead.
It's okay. Thank you so much for introducing all of the support staff that help our scholars. And I'm glad that you were able to speak to some of the things that our security personnel do here at Gwynn Park. A part of monitoring student behavior is through Go Guardian. We as staff, your teachers and administrators and IT department members monitor student behavior and search behavior via the internet using Go Guardian. So we'll be able to see what you do on all of your Chromebook. We'll be able to see your internet searches and history, your social media usage, if you're logging into Google Classrooms, how you're chatting and what you're saying, and email communications, downloads and uploads. So listen, always stay on the program that you should be on. Now, there are some acceptable use reminders that I want you to remember. Please, students, do not share your Zoom link or your Google Meet link with any student that's not in your class. You will receive reaction, and we want to continue to do our best and be our best. So this type of behavior won't be tolerated. Do not use profanity during class. Do not share your screen without permission. Don't log in under inappropriate names. Do not use a non-PGCPS account to access class meeting links. Make sure that you're always dressed appropriately and do not have inappropriate profile icons and display any disrespect of any kind. We want to make sure that we are doing our best and being our best. Uniform. School uniforms will not be required during distance learning. Students must adhere to a system-wide dress code that requires appropriate attire. Uniforms will not be required when students return to the building, but there still will be a system-wide dress code. So can you come in pajamas, do-rags, and bonnets? No, no, no. Always look your best to do your best while at school. Are you experiencing any kind of issues where you're having a conflict with a classmate? Use our peer mediators. Peer mediation is facilitated to help students resolve any conflicts to their disputes and create their own solutions to problem solving in those disputes. So you can request mediation with Ms. Miller Bevins. Her email is listed below. We have a team of students that are here to support you with any personal conflict with your friends or peers.
Thank you, Ms. Manning. Once again, I'm Mr. Wheeler. I'll be going over the Student Rights and Responsibility Handbook. The Students' Rights and Responsibility Handbook provides a framework for academic standard and positive student behavior. In the handbook, it deals with promoting positive, supportive learning environment that maximize the student's academic achievement and minimize the student's behavior issue. It explains the expectation, rights, and responsibility of all members of the school community. Students, you're responsible for viewing this handbook. Students, if you have any questions, please reach out to your grade level administrator. After the completion of the student code of conduct, please click on the Zoom, please click on the link that is provided for you. In the handbook, it has different discipline level. It tells you who can handle that discipline. For example, level 1, classroom teacher or counselor can correct their behavior. Level 2, administrator, PPW, or counselor can correct their behavior. A level 3 is a short-term suspension, that's 1 to 3 days. Level 4, long-term suspension, 4 to 10 days. And a level 5 is a request for expulsion, more than 45 days. Hopefully nobody be in at level 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, because we're going to do it the right way, the Grand Park way. Now, let's look at some of the infractions to a level 1 that a classroom teacher or counselor can correct that behavior. Academic dishonesty, disruption, dress code, failure to come to class prepared, class cutting, tardy to class. Some of the infractions to a level 2, the administrator or PPW or counselor can correct that behavior, or bullying and harassment, disruption, forgery, gambling, theft below $500. A level 3 is a short-term suspension, 1 to 3 day suspension. They are fighting, major disruption, destruction of property over $500, gambling, threat to students or Prince George County Public School System employee. A level 4 is a long-term suspension between 4 to 6 days. They are attack on the Prince George County Public School System, staff member, bomb threat, drugs, false alarm, group fight, and sexual misconduct. And a level 5 is a request for expulsion. What can lead to a request for expulsion? Let's look at some of them. Attack. A group fight. That's more than one person involved in a fight. drugs, having drugs on you, selling drugs on school grounds, and sexual attack. Those are level 5 of request for expulsion.
Thank you, Mr. Wheeler. Dr. McGuire, would you like to speak to absences?
Sure, thank you, Ms. Bryant. Students, just a friendly reminder that you must provide, your parents must provide a written response regarding your absences. Gwynn Park High School actually has a attendance Google site. On that site, you will see the link that's posted on this slide for your parent, yes, your parent to complete the excused absence note. We must have a note within 3 days of you returning back to school so that you can complete your work as an excused absence. Now let's go over some reasons for a lawful absence: death of an immediate family member, pregnancy, court summons, hazardous weather conditions, work approved or school sponsored activities, observance of a religious holiday, state of emergency, suspension, lack of authorized transportation, health exclusion. Again, we must have a physician's note if you are absent for 6 or more days. And if you need access to our Prince George's County Public Schools Wellness Center, you can always reach out to your professional school counselor or our school nurse, Nurse Elizabeth.
Thank you, Dr. McGuire. Want to continue to discuss absences. It's been a talking point for the county, particularly Gwynn Park High School for this school year, and we want to make sure everyone's on the same page. So students who are considered lawfully absent from school or a class will have the opportunity to make up missed assignments. Okay. Teachers are required to provide makeup work within 48 hours when requested for students who are lawfully absent. So if you're out, make sure you bring a note, and we'll talk about that here in a second. The number of days allowed to make up missed work will be equivalent to the number of days of lawful absences. So again, just a prime example, you got sick and you're out of school for 2 days, you bring a note, you'll have 2 days to make up any assignments that were missed. Students who fail to complete missed assignments within the allotted time will receive 0. We've had a lot of that go on, and certainly we don't want that for the 4th quarter. If lawfully absent students return to school near the end of the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd marking period and do not have sufficient time as described above, will make up the missed work will be assigned. Okay, students who are considered unlawfully absent from school or class will not have the opportunity to make up work. Students with unlawful absence will receive a failing grade for any days of such absence. Failing grades will be averaged with other daily grades. Failing grades for credit courses is 0%, and teachers should enter a 0 in school max for unlawful absences and add a comment or note to that section. So let me speak on behalf of the principal, all administrators. First and foremost, please come to school, log in, be present. If for whatever reason, and Dr. McGuire gave a list of examples of why you can in fact miss school, please make sure you bring a note. I think by and large, a lot of our students aren't finding, a lot of you who aren't finding success are getting a lot of zeros for work not done when you don't log in. So we need you here. We want to encourage you, no matter what you did 1st, 2nd, and 3rd quarter, during 4th quarter, make sure you are there. This one is huge, and hopefully you've been working throughout spring break. 3rd quarter amnesty from Tuesday, April 6th through this coming Friday, April 9th, which is the end of the 3rd quarter. Students will be allowed to electronically submit any missed work that was previously assigned or expected for submission from 3rd quarter. Let me repeat, let me make sure I put emphasis on this. Friday is the cutoff. Any assignments that you miss, you can electronically turn those in. It's a great opportunity if you want to gain additional points. Even if it's not going to put you to the point where you pass for the quarter, you need to get as many points as you possibly can. Zeros do terrible things to your grades. There shouldn't be an excuse for any zeros with this amnesty period. So if you haven't already, please make sure by Friday you turn in as many as assignments in these classes as you possibly can. So what you're going to do is you're going to reach out to teachers and ask them how they would like for you to resubmit your assignments. Reach out to your administrator if you need any support. So again, great opportunity for students 9th through 12th grade, again, to make up assignments before Friday. All right, and now, finally, the moment you've been waiting for. Let's take a look at the reopening video. Here's an important message from our wonderful school nurse, Nurse Elizabeth. Thank you, Nurse Elizabeth. As always, students, we are here for you.
to be your school nurse this school year. I would like to welcome back new students and our returning students to the building. This year, our goal is to make sure that you stay healthy and keep everybody else around you healthy. We're going to go over our health room protocols for this year. So this year, if you are not feeling well in the classroom, you're going to let your teacher know you don't feel well. The teacher is going to tell you where you need to report. Do not come directly to the health room without the teacher's authorization. So the teacher will tell you either to report to the main office or report directly to the health room. So that's the change for this year. As far as safety measures to keep yourself safe, you're going to wear a mask, and when you wear your mask, you're going to wear your mask properly. Don't hang it on your chin. Make sure you're covering your nose properly and your mouth. You're going to keep you're going to social distance. I know you'll be excited to see your friends when you come back to school, but just remember you don't live in the same household, so we're going to stay safe. We're gonna keep our 6 feet apart, social distancing, and also we are not going to share food. Okay, eat the food that you brought from home or from the cafeteria. Do not share food. If you feel sick before you report to school, do not come to school. Just stay home until you're clear to come back to school. And for those students that do take medication at school, we still need the doctor's form on the school doctor's order form. Make sure you bring that and your medication that comes to the school nurse. And also the final thing is make sure you have your immunizations up to date. Thank you so much and welcome back.
Thank you, Nurse Elizabeth. As always, students, we are here for you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, your administrators or counselors are email away. If you're here in the building and be joining us, certainly reach out via phone, give us a call, if you catch us in the cafeteria. But please, if you have any questions or comments, please reach out to your administrators. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you.